Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Kayla and today I'll be doing a collective reading for you guys. I have already cleansed the space and said a prayer over the cards, so we're going to go ahead and get the overall energy with this oracle deck, clarify with the tarot, and finish off with the final message from Spirit. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing all right, better every day. Let's go ahead and get into it, please, and thank you, Spirit. One card for the overall energy of the reading, please, and thank you, Spirit. Make it clear. Only the truth may come out. All right, we have fork in the road with truth be told at the bottom of the deck, number 14 or number 13 to be significant, okay? Fork in the road is number 13, okay? Let's see what 13 is talking about. 13, fork in the road. The essential meaning: time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Every choice has a consequence. You have arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Okay, so with fork in the road coming out as the overall energy of the reading, you have to make a choice, a decision, okay? As it says here, and consider the consequences as well, okay? Consider the outcome. All right. Owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. This choice has to be made, okay? I'm also going to read the prosperity message. You have come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you are faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question: who do I need to become and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you toward your well-being, okay? So Spirit says you have come as far as you can, and it's like something that you were doing, you're at the end of your road with it, okay? It's time to switch something up. It's time for you to probably let go of something, release something, make a choice about something in order to move forward to the next stage, okay? And then truth be told, number 14 at the bottom: honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. It is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less to surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. So with truth be told at the bottom of the deck, it's time for you to be honest with yourself. Accept things at face value as they are, and accepting the truth about something, okay? Coming out of denial. So you could be coming out of denial, accepting something and realizing, you know what, I need to make this choice. It's necessary for me to make this choice. If I don't make this choice, then I won't be able to ascend to the next stages in life, okay? You're being transparent with yourself. You're just accepting things for what it is. You're getting clarity. You may be communicating something with someone as well, okay? The prosperity message: are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set aside You set time aside to learn new things to help you serve. A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to you moving forward. As I said, moving forward, ascending, okay? There is another oracle message here too. It is time to have a look at the real honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, as it says here, what is true for you? All right? And are you willing to do, as it says, whatever it takes to experience a prosperous life? As I said, I really have an inkling, a feeling that it requires you to release something that maybe you're having a hard time releasing, okay? Move on from something, let go of something. We have deep knowing right up underneath that, and it's like you know deep down in your soul the right choice to make, okay? So thank you for that, Spirit. Let's go ahead and get some clarity. Please and thank you, Spirit. Why is fork in the road here for the overall energy of the reading? Please and thank you, Spirit. One card at a time. Clarify fork in the road. Make it clear, Spirit, one card at a time. Clarify fork in the road. The first card to come out is the Sun card. The number 19 could be significant. Positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, all is well, okay? I feel like a choice needs to be made for you to, get your happiness, okay? To be more, to get your joy, your fun, to celebrate in life, to get some type of success, okay? Maybe a fresh start at something, all right? On the side, it says 19, which reduces to 1, the number of new beginnings and success, okay? So, yeah, it's like for you to start something new, to get a fresh start at something, you have to make a choice about something, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. Pause, surrender, letting go, new perspective, enlightenment, viewing things differently than before, deep insight, sacrifice, change, and release. So you could be seeing something differently now with a new set of eyes. As I said, with truth be told, it's like you are coming to terms with something and like, oh, you know what, you're right, I do need to do this if I want the best in life, okay? Knight of Swords, ambitious, action-orientated, driven in success, fast thinking, defending beliefs. And then the Six of Swords, transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, and moving on. With that Knight of Swords and the Six of Swords there, I feel like you are going to take action and make this choice. You're making the necessary choice that needs to be made quickly, probably, okay? And you're going to be, making some type of change, leaving something behind, releasing something, releasing baggage, moving on, transcending, okay? Going through some type of transition. Thank you for that, Spirit. What else for fork in the road? Please and thank you, Spirit. One card at a time. What else for fork in the road? Please and thank you, Spirit. Animals could be significant. Owls, monkeys. I don't know if that's like a orangutan. All right, the Emperor fell out and then it went in the reverse. It hit this book, if you saw it, and it flipped in the reverse. In the reverse, the Emperor talks about domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, and recklessness, okay? At the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune, good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, unpredictable, okay? So it could be talking about maybe you needing to make a choice about someone that is the Emperor in the reverse, okay? This could probably be someone you have children with, okay? Someone that is controlling, they lack discipline, they're stubborn, they're a tyrant, they're reckless, controlling, that type of energy, okay? With this Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, I feel like this is it's destined maybe for you to release this person, okay? Some type of turning point is happening. Empress, abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. And then the Four of Swords, rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, retreat, renewal, solitude, okay? You could be healing, okay, going through some type of renewal, recuperating after going through something with this Emperor in the reverse, okay? You're growing, you're evolving, all right? It's like you've learned a lesson, and this was maybe, you know, it's now you're coming into good luck, okay? A cycle of life could be closing out as well, okay? Thank you for that, Spirit. What else for a fork in the road? One card at a time. Again, in the reverse, the Knight of Cups. Moodiness, disappointment, overactive, imagination, jealousy, okay? This Emperor in the reverse could be jealous. Look at that. The Devil at the bottom of the deck. Shadow, self-attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, okay? It's like you have to make a choice about releasing something that is clearly not good for you, okay? Someone is controlling, jealous, okay? It's like they're a danger to you, I feel like, okay? And you need to get away from this person. They have destructive behaviors, all right? Addictions, attachments, okay? The Death card, endings, beginnings, change, transformation, transition, metamorphosis, end of cycle. And then the Fool card, new beginnings, innocence, spontaneous possibilities, optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, and pleasure, okay? So maybe you are ending something with this person, okay? Doing some type of change, going through some type of transformation, ending a cycle with this person, and starting a new beginning here, okay? Having trust in life, okay? Being spontaneous, being optimistic, okay? Going after opportunities and pleasure, alrighty? What else, please, and thank you, Spirit, for fork in the road. One card at a time, only the truth may come out. I'm going to shuffle. Justice is at the bottom. Justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, and law. Okay, it's like you have to do this for a reason. There's someone that you need to let go of. And with that justice, talking about truth and clarity, it's like you're getting that clarity and accepting the truth that this decision must be made, okay? What else? Please and thank you, Spirit, for fork in the road. One card at a time. King of Wands, natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature, and career focused, okay? At the bottom, the Justice card again. Justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, and law, okay? So this could be you overcoming challenges, okay? Maybe some type of fear or something that you had, all right? Stepping into your power, I feel like, okay? The Tower card, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, and sudden insight. And then the King of Cups, emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathetic. Okay? So definitely some type of sudden change you're going to be making, okay? You're getting revelations about something, maybe awakening to something, going through an awakening, releasing something, okay? And this is for justice to be, balance to be brought in, okay? You receive some type of truth or clarity about somebody or something, okay? And in order for balance to be restored, some type of change has to be made, okay? One more, please, and thank you, Spirit, for fork in the road. One card at a time, please, and thank you. One more for fork in the road, please, and thank you, Spirit. All right. The King of Pentacles comes out. If you guys heard that train in the back, Those could be significant trains, okay? Maybe a train horn. Wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. All right, I feel like you're overcoming something, and because you are, releasing something, moving on to something, calling judgment on something, making a decision about something, okay? Stepping into a leadership role and controlling, your own narrative, it's going to bring you security, prosperity, abundance, wealth, maybe new business things as well. Tower card again at the bottom, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight, justice again, justice, fairness, truth, equality, balance, cause and effect. And then the 8 of Cups, disappointment, abandonment, escapism, withdrawal, walking away and leaving behind. All right, so I just feel like you're realizing something, okay, and you realize that in order for things to be made fair, justice to be served, all right, after realizing something, for things to happen the way that they're supposed to do, you need to walk away from something, maybe withdraw yourself, okay, leave something behind. All right, let's continue on. Thank you for that, Spirit. Let's clarify this Sun card here, please and thank you, Spirit. Clarify the Sun, positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, and all is well. 1 or 2 cards for this Sun card, please and thank you, Spirit. The Magician comes out. Action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity, okay? So maybe you're stepping into your power. You're more confident now, okay? Taking control, as I said here. At the bottom, the 8 of Pentacles, diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, and repetitive tasks. The 9 of Wands, courage, persistence, test of faith, resilience, boundaries, last stand, gearing up for the verse, pessimism, and weary. And then the Empress, abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. Okay, it's like maybe you've learned to stand up for yourself, to be more courageous, okay? Maybe to set boundaries, all right? Maybe, you could be finally ending something that needs to end, and you need to be prepared for, maybe how this person might just lash out, okay? Maybe your standards are higher. It's like you are finally, saying, I'm no longer going to deal with this anymore, okay? One more for the Sun card here with the Magician, please and thank you, Spirit. The number 11 could be significant. One more for the Magician here with the Sun card, please and thank you, Spirit. $8:44 on the clock. New love could be coming in. We have Love Calls by Kim. Someone could be calling you, expressing maybe how they feel about you. It talks about there is nowhere to run when love is calling your name. Okay. So some of you may have been trying to avoid, relationships and that type of energy. 3 of Cups fell out in the reverse, overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time. 3 is a crowd and gossip. You could have spent a lot of time alone, okay? Maybe in isolation, maybe, okay? With this love pause playing in the background, maybe it's like you spend too much time alone, okay? With that isolation being there, okay? I kind of feel like it's time for you to get back out there, okay? Overcome something. At the bottom, we have the 4 of Pentacles, saving money, security, conservation, sacredcy, control, and fragility. This could be talking about maybe you wanting to be in control, okay? And just making sure that nothing happens. I was listening to a reader earlier talking about, if you just decide, that you're no longer going to, interact with people and get in relationships, you're not going to be learning any of the lessons that are necessary for you to learn if you're by yourself all the time. you know, feeling like you are healed because there's no one around you to trigger you. You're not in a relationship to, you know, see what you need to get healed from and things of that sort, okay? The Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Swords is at the bottom. So the Four of Pentacles, saving money, security, conservation, sacredity, control, and fragility. The Eight of Wands, speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, and air travel. And the Three of Swords, heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, and depression, okay? You could be single, definitely, at this time with it talking about independence, okay? Just being alone. All right, something about maybe someone trying to hold on to you. Some type of change is happening quickly. Okay, this could be you, you know, communicating something to this person. As I said, releasing them, maybe letting them know this is the end of the road for us, okay? And that could cause them some type of grief, emotional pain, sorrow, loss, depression, okay? What about the Emperor reversed here? Please and thank you, Spirit. Domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, and reckless. One or two cards, please and thank you, Spirit, for this Emperor reverse. The Ten of Cups. Divine love, harmony, blissful relationship, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, family, contentment, total love and support. At the bottom, Page of Swords, new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless, and mental agility. I feel like you need to maybe communicate something to this person, okay? All right, I just feel like it's like necessary for you to move on from this to maybe come into this Ten of Cups. The Four of Swords at the bottom, rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, retreat, renewal, and solitude. And then the Tower card, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. All right, it's like you've been meditating on making a choice about something, okay? To release somebody that probably just caused a lot of drama and problems in your life, okay? Very controlling. One more for this Ten of Cups here with the Emperor reverse. Please and thank you, Spirit. One card for this Ten of Cups here with the Emperor reverse. If you're asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes. All right, the Five of Cups comes out. Regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. Someone could be in regret of, you know, having no discipline, being very controlling, being reckless, okay? It's because it's like maybe now they want a Ten of Cups with you, but as I said, it's like you are realizing that you need to release this person to get, you know, a better life. All of the abundance and prosperity that's for you, you have to release this person. Page of Swords, new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless, mental agility. Four of Pentacles, saving money, security, conservation, sacredity, control, and fragility. And then the Justice card, justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, cause and effect, and law. Okay? I feel like you are realizing that this person is like trying to hold on to you or control you or, you know, use you maybe for like security or something, okay? What about this Knight of Cups reverse? Please and thank you, Spirit. Moodiness, disappointment, overactive, imagination, and jealousy. Clarify this Knight of Cups here, please and thank you, Spirit. This person could be very jealous. Alright, maybe a bit paranoid. Like always accusing you of doing something with the overactive imagination. I kind of also want to say like a mental disability or something. Kind of like schizophrenia or something like that, okay? One or two for this Knight of Cups reversed, please and thank you, Spirit. Why is this Knight of Cups reversed here? I'm going to shuffle. You see that Ten of Pentacles there? Someone could be disappointed because they couldn't like control you or get you to do something or take them back. You know, they could have been trying to come back into your life, as I said, for some type of stability or something, maybe money, okay, and they were unsuccessful. As I said, you are realizing that you need to release this person, and they could probably feel that that's going to happen. Okay, they could probably feel you getting ready to have a conversation with them about no more. Okay, the moon card comes out: illusions, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious, and premonition. At the bottom, the Queen of Wands: courage, confidence, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, and joy. All right. Nine of Pentacles: fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficient, financially independent. And then the Four of Cups: meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, and disconnected. Okay, I feel like you're stepping into, being more confident and courageous. All right, making a choice with this Four of Cups here. You were thinking about something, contemplating on something, reevaluating something, and in order for you, as I said, to get your fruits of labor, your rewards, your luxury. All right, it's like you have to release someone or something. Maybe you had some type of dream about something. Premonition. Your intuition told you something about someone, okay? One more for this moon card here with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Please and thank you, Spirit. Why is the moon card here with the Knight of Cups reverse? The Strength card. Courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion, okay? So definitely you are, gaining your courage, your inner strength to overcome this. Maybe this person was trying to feed you illusions, cause you fear and anxiety, okay? Maybe they try to probably make you jealous, okay? The Eight of Pentacles: diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, and repetitive tasks. Ace of Swords: mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict or surgery. And then the Eight of Swords, is this the Eight of Swords? Yes. Negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment, okay? This person definitely tried to have you trapped in your head and stressed out, okay? They try to feed you illusions and have you confused and maybe jealous and things of that sort. I feel like your standards are higher. Like you really don't, you don't care about this person in that type of way to be jealous of them. I feel like, okay. What about this King of Wands here? Natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature and career focused. Maybe you're realizing that this person was like trying to play mind games with you and manipulate you in that way, okay? And they could be disappointed that, it didn't work out in their favor, whatever they were trying to do. They had no influence over you. Clarify this King of Wands, please and thank you, Spirit. One or two cards. Clarify the King of Wands, please and thank you, Spirit. One or two cards. The Empress: abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action, okay? So it's like, yeah, you're overcoming challenges, okay? And I feel like you're stepping into your power. You've grown, evolved. You're now taking action on things, okay? At the bottom, Tower card: sudden change, upheaval, revelation, chaos, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. Nine of Pentacles: fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficient, financially independent. And then the Temperance card: balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, finding meaning, okay? Some type of sudden change, okay? A revelation, awakening, sudden insight. You're releasing something. And as I said, it's like once you do that, you're stepping into a whole nother timeline. Rewards, luxury, financial independence, self-sufficient, your fruits of labor. All right, balance, harmony, moderation. Okay, things are being balanced out. Let's get one more for this King of Wands with the Empress here, please, and thank you, Spirit. I feel like your whole mindset is going to change once you have a conversation with someone and just let them know verbally, you know, and say what it is that's necessary to be said. And as far as releasing this person, letting them go, ending a cycle, closing out a cycle, okay? One more for this King of Wands and the Empress here. Please and thank you, Spirit. The King of Cups. Emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathetic. At the bottom, 7 of Pentacles. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, sustainable results, investments, okay? I feel like you want, you know, things that are worthwhile, sustainable, something that you can invest in, something that's going to persevere. Queen of Swords at the bottom, unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. As I said, you're going to be speaking your truth. The number 77 could be significant. 7 of Wands, challenge, competition, protection, perseverance, defense, maintaining control. You're definitely going to be blocking someone out, and it's for, you know, the betterment of yourself for the long term. You know, it's like you realize, as I said, that you cannot, in order for you to move on to the next level, you have to end something with this person, okay? In order for balance to come in, okay? That type of energy. This could talk about, you know, love or anything coming in, okay? It could be multiple things trying to come in, but before any of them can come in, you have to release this person. This could be spiritual gifts. This could be new love. This could be abundance, okay? Spirit does not want this person trying to ride your coattail, use your energy for their gain, okay? Clarify this King of Pentacles here, please, and thank you, Spirit. Wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. Please and thank you, Spirit. 1 or 2 cards for this King of Pentacles here. Leo could be significant. You definitely have to step into a leadership role, be more disciplined, okay? Don't move from an emotional space when it comes to making this decision, okay? Move from a logical space. Because it's clear you love and care about this person, or else it wouldn't be, you know, an issue for you to have this conversation or release this person. So you definitely need to put your feelings aside and do what's best for you. Clarify this King of Pentacles, please, and thank you, Spirit. 1 or 2 cards for this King of Pentacles here. When it happens like this, like, you know, it's always right when we're at the end. You want me to go through the whole deck 3-4 times and nothing coming out. Look at this. Are y'all seeing this? Damn it. Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, efficiency, and responsibility, okay? So maybe it's talking about you, you know, working hard, putting in the effort, being productive, staying to a routine, being responsible, okay? So that, you know, prosperity, you're being disciplined, abundance and prosperity can come in, security, those type of things. Queen of Pentacles, this is beautiful. Nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. 4 of Wands, celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, homecoming, community. Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation, opportunities, new career, financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity, okay? You're definitely going into like a new timeline of abundance and prosperity. All of these pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, okay? And the 4 of Wands talks about contracts. So this is going to be something that you're celebrating, definitely, okay? Let's get one final card for this King of Pentacles here with the Knight of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. One final card. Pisces could be significant. Earth signs. One final card for this King of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. I have a slight headache on my left temple. The Lovers comes out. Love, harmony, relationships, union, partnership, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, the strength of 2 together, okay? So you're coming into alignment. I feel like with abundance, with prosperity, okay? With you sticking to something, staying to doing, continuing to doing something that you know, dedicated to. Justice at the bottom, justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, law. The Knight of Wands, energy, passion, inspired action, adventure, fearless, and impulsiveness. And then the Eight of Swords, negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment, okay? I feel like justice is finally going to be able to be served with you now, you know, taking action, doing, you know, being fearless, being passionate, and taking inspired action. Releasing your own self from this Eight of Swords energy, because if you look, it's like the, what is it called, toilet paper torture. It's like you are the only one keeping you stuck, and I feel like you realize that you know that you need to, you know, have a conversation, speak a truth, and release something, okay? So just summing up this reading, I feel like you need to make a decision that you have been thinking about for a long time, and it regards, you know, telling the truth to someone, okay? And finally, you know, speaking peace and releasing something for good, okay? Let's get one final card here for the Repair, Evolution, Growth Oracle. One final message for myself and the collective, please, and thank you, Spirit. One final message. All right, inflexible change. You or the person involved are set in ways that are impeding growth. Be more open-minded and see the other person's point of view to expand your perspective in a healthily, oftentimes being rigid. See, that makes no sense. Oftentimes being too rigid masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow, okay? So someone, I feel like, as it says here, someone is set in their ways, okay? So that's what I said. It's necessary for you to make a change, release somebody, because they're never going to change, okay? At the bottom, we have good news, positivity. Your prayers have been heard. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to have expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire of the highest good by co-creating with Source. Now is the time to celebrate, okay? As I said, I really have a very strong feeling that once you speak this truth, like once you literally say these words to somebody, it's like a curse is broken. Some type of magical shift is going to happen, okay? And things are going to be shaken up for the better, okay? So that is the message that I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this message. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. And you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.